Sudbury in Derbyshire is the estate village for the Lords Vernon. Although its most prominent feature, Sudbury Hall, has been owned by the National Trust for nearly half a century, most of the houses in the village and the flourishing farmland around remain part of the Sudbury estate. Built during the second half of the 17th century by George Vernon, Sudbury Hall is a Jacobean mansion built to what has been described as a unique and delightful architectural mishmash. The distinctive red brick with its diamond pattern decoration would, it is said, have looked out of date even before it was installed. It's a matter of personal taste, of course, but most modern observers use some variation of stunning. The richly decorated interiors created by top-flight craftsmen of the time, such as wood carvings by Grinling Gibbons and the intricately delicate plasterwork by James Pettifer, all survive for the visitor to gaze and wonder at today. A notable feature of the interior is the long gallery, extending the full length of the main building. Its apparent purpose was to allow the occupants to take their exercise without being exposed to the inclement weather. The servants' wing was added in the late 19th century and today houses the National Trust Museum of Childhood. Handed to the nation by the 10th Lord Vernon in 1967 in lieu of death duties, and immediately embroiled in a controversy now long forgotten, Lord Vernon was highly critical of how the National Trust had gone about preparing the interior for its opening to the public in 1971. He continued to live nearby until his death in 2000. Although closed while social distancing measures remain in place, normally there is plenty for visitors to see and do, and families in particular will appreciate the Museum of Childhood. In addition, there are the gardens, a tea room and, inevitably, the gift shop. The National Trust are notoriously frosty towards drones, and so I have to state that the footage captured for this video was done so by two flights, both of which took off from public places and not National Trust property. Due to the coronavirus restrictions, the site was closed and so no people were overflown. Immediately next door to the hall, just beyond one of the ornate lodges, a small courtyard enclosed by what were the original estate offices has been converted into an eclectic mix of craft shops with another tea room to provide some competition for the National Trust. In better times, yet another source of sustenance could be found across the road at the charming Vernon Arms pub. Sadly, even before the coronavirus crisis, the Vernons found itself among the ever-growing list of British pubs which had closed its doors for one of a variety of reasons. Hopefully the stars will align once more for this wonderfully characteristic building. Still boasting a school and a widely renowned butcher's, the village benefited from being bypassed by the A50 trunk road in the 1970s. Sadly, the not inconsiderable volume of traffic which still needs access to the village does tend to dent its charm somewhat. Another of Sudbury's hidden gems is the Grade 2-star listed All Saints Church. With parts of its fabric dating from as early as the 12th century and nestling within a graveyard offering peace and tranquility, the church contains many fine memorials to the members of the Vernon family. In closing, mention must be made of another establishment which makes Sudbury fairly well known. HMP Sudbury is an open prison located on the north side of the A50, somewhat away from the village itself. Indeed, a small settlement called Sudbury Park has grown around the prison primarily to accommodate staff there. The prison was founded on the site of a World War II hospital camp established by the US Air Force. Needless to say, in making this film, a very healthy separation was maintained by the drone. Thank you for watching. I'll leave you with a few more aerial views of Sudbury Village, Sudbury Hall and the church. I hope you enjoy them.